Hello everyone, I hope you are all well. This is going to be my look at the new improved Mechlab that got introduced into the game yesterday. From just having a quick tinker around on it, it's quite different to the one we had, and is very similar if not identical to the Smurfy Mechlab type application that people were essentially using to build their mechs first before then coming into the game and building them actually on the live version of the game. So we shall take a look at it. Probably not going to do anything to this gargoyle that you see in front of you. So obviously you go to Mechlab as you would normally. I have got this set on the expanded layout, I believe. Let me check. Yes, I must have. I'll switch it to the column, which would be like that, which I don't particularly like, if I'm honest. I much prefer this. I believe people have been having problems with monitor resolutions. I think you need it to be able to do 1600 plus to be able to get it all on screen. Obviously I'm playing on a quite large monitor with capable of 1080p resolutions, so it's not been an issue for me. One thing I have noticed, and I had to seek the forums for this, is people wondering, how do I look at the quirks my mech's got? It's simple. See this little piece down here? If you click on it, it brings that up, which will then list the quirks for whichever mech you happen to be looking at. Right, so actually when it comes to customizing a mech, or building one from scratch maybe, I'm going to select a different chassis. This screen's changed also as well. They've actually split the Inner Sphere and Clan mechs now into two separate groups, as well as putting Trial mechs into a separate variation compared to, you know, just chucking it all in with the stuff you actually might own or would want to own. I think the stuff you would want to own actually won't show up. I'm going to show an Inner Sphere one first, because obviously they kind of are more customizable than the Clan ones in many ways. So let's have a look. This is where I find out I've not actually got any Clan mechs left, Inner Sphere mechs left, sorry. Right, we'll have a look at this little fella. Click Save to make that the active mech that you want to have a look at. Click Mechlab, and here you can see a mech. No great surprises there. The strip function is now down here, so you click on that, and if you want to strip all armor or equipment, I'll take all the equipment off it just for illustration purposes. It says obviously I've got no engine equipped, and here it would show what upgrades if you wanted to swap, you know, your Artemis, where it well, it is a missile capable mech, I guess, but you'd be able to swap those around here. Again, obviously with your structure and your standard heat sinks, etc. Your armor, if you want to swap that about. They've changed all the symbols around, as you can see, but they do have a little guide up here which kind of explains what the symbols mean. They're still numbered as they were before, and the armor allocation is the same method as you would use before. The little piece up here, I'm assuming, is indication of, oh look, you've got no engine equipped, etc. I'm assuming that's what these symbols also will relate to. So obviously you go to engines and you click on either standard or XL, and I believe this column here will show what you've actually got in stock, as it were. See there, obviously there is a 1, so you just drag it and drop it just like that. Engine equipped. And here's me now trying to rapidly remember what I actually had on this chassis. I think it was my medium pulse. So we head back to weapons. It obviously will now only show weapons that you can actually use on the mech, e.g. it's not going to list all the ballistics, etc. that you can't actually put on this mech. Look at me equipment, there we go, medium pulse. So again, drag, drop, drag, drop. Stick one in the centre. And your tonnage is now displayed here, as you may have already noticed. And for for giggles I'm going to put 6 on. So I've got half a ton. Change plan, heatsink instead. I think I'll have a heatsink. So you go to equipment, under miscellaneous is where you'll find your case, jump jets, heatsinks, etc. And I'm going to drop that in the engine. Did it actually go in? No, it didn't. I'm sure that's got, yeah, it has got an empty slot. So I wonder how you. I see. You have to wait until you see this little area here start to flash slightly, and that means it will actually drop it into the engine, like so. Right, I've got another ton to spare, so I'll just throw a random heatsink at it. Obviously now it shows that tonnage wise it's red, made that one red, which means you can't equip anything of that weight or greater, whereas these 0.5 ton items I could still stick on there if I so chose. Might stick a, if it'll let me. Yeah, there we go. It's got one jump jet, which is kind of rubbish, but will do for manoeuvrable purposes. As you can see, you can tell I don't play this one much because I haven't got it maximum armor on the centre torso. But though with the somewhat dodgy hitboxes this mech has, I don't think it's really an issue. And obviously the save button has not changed. Click save and it will save as per normal. Now we shall have a look at the clan side of things. Actually equipping equipment and weaponry will be identical to what you've just seen for the clans. The only difference that I can really see is going to be the omnipods, which I've not actually experimented with yet, so I'm as baffled about this as you guys probably are. Pick my mislinks because chances are I'm not going to play it. Again, just click save to select the mech you want to actually tinker with, and here we are again in the Mechlab. Once again, your quirks down here, give it one click and there comes your a screen that you might be familiar with from the previous iteration of said Mechlab. One thing that is quite nice is, where's it gone? Something I was going to show and or talk about, and I can't see it right now, so I'll work that out another time. Again, as you can see, everything's colour coded. Missile systems is green colour, energy yellow, ECM bright orange, and it flashes up here as well. AMS if it's equipped, active probe if it's equipped. This could be a red light if it was not equipped. And ECM. Now I was going to have a look at omnipods because I've not actually tried tinkering with any of these yet. Let's change the right arm because it doesn't really matter if I mess it up. Now this is nice. Colour coded for what hard points the slots have. You see how it's purple for ballistic, yellow for energy, the greeny blue colour for missile, and then the other two will be AMS and ECM. Cost is there as you can see, and obviously if you've got any spare will be there. Obviously I'm guessing you would just click on the one you wanted and I dare say it'd swap it over for you, and then you'd have to re-equip whichever weapons you want in it. That's quite nice. In fact, just for experimentation purposes, I'm going to click on that. Didn't do anything, so it is in fact a drag and drop. Excuse me. Just like it was before. So then obviously if you had the tonnage you could put your weapons in and set your armour levels, etc. Yeah, you can really tell I don't play this thing. Look at these armour levels. Would you really run one at a light mech with those armour levels? So I am going to swap this arm back like so, and remember what weapons I had on it. In fact I might, well, I was going to put 2 medium pulses in it, but I don't think I've got Now I've only got one of... Actually no, I've got plenty of these. Still got a ton spare if needs be, so obviously for that I could use it to set the armour, because that was piss poor, let's be honest. Oops, run out of tonnage. That sucks. A bit like the actual mistlings, which also sucks. So I'll just save that for now, it doesn't really matter. I'm just using it to illustrate a point. I'm not actually planning to actually do anything serious with said mech, because it's, well, it's not one I enjoy. Also from this screen you can still set your camo spec if you so chose. You can still mess around with your cockpit items. This has changed a little bit as well, for those of you that actually care. You click in the box now to pick something, and say you want to put that in there, it would put that there. Then to go to the next one, you click the next box, which swaps it around. Again, pick your item, it will drop it in. Third box, pick your third item, drop it in. And obviously just click the save button, which would light up. So that's changed a little bit. The weapon groups, they've done nothing with that, that's the same as it was. The camo specs work exactly as they did last time as well. You pick your colour, pick owned, and then go and find a colour that you want. Make it black, it might be a little bit harder to actually see in some of the maps and hit. Then you would just click save as per usual. The skill trees have not changed. It's identical as it was before. You would do it exactly as you've been doing it previous. Nothing there has changed. They have literally just seemingly redone the actual Mechlab side of things, which I have to admit I do like. I do like it a lot. It's going to take a little bit getting used to in some ways, but I think it's kind of nicer in as much as it doesn't clutter up your display with loads of things for stuff that you haven't even got equipped. Let's go and have a look. I've not actually looked at any of my ballistic mechs really yet, so let's have a look at... Yeah, I know I've got some of these as ballistics. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, it shows you modules now as well. That's what I was going to mention earlier. Click on this one, see? Here we go, modules. Which is wonderful. So those of you who have only a few modules that you share between chassis will make your lives a lot easier now actually locating where you've hidden the bloody things. I've been playing long enough now where I'm actually able to... Certain mechs, normally my invasion chassis, I will set up to be my favourite config, and I will make sure my invasion chassis do all have all the modules that they would want, and they stay with that particular chassis. I do have a set of modules that I use solely when I'm levelling up a particular chassis or a particular mech. Those modules will basically be swapped to my next mech that I'm levelling up. It tends to be seismic, and depending on the loadout, a couple of either range or cooldown modules. So that works pretty well for me, at least anyway. So yep, here, nice purple for the ballistics, and if you click on ammo, it will only show ammo for ballistic equipment you've actually got equipped to the chassis, which is bloody wonderful. Because how many times have you gone and put the wrong ammo on? Yeah? Oh come on, you must have done, it's not just me. So yeah, that's a nice little feature they've added in. Equipment, sensors is where you'll find the targeting computers for clans. I think there's something similar maybe for Innisphere. I don't really play Innisphere anymore, so I've kind of forgotten. Your miscellaneous in this case will just be your heat sinks and jump jets where applicable. I hope this has made sense. Oh god, that's an awful paint job, I'll have to change that. Yeah, I hope this has made sense to you all and will help. I will be doing the other maps at some point, but quite frankly they've not been particularly popular because obviously a lot of you guys have been playing for a fair while, or are new but not new enough that you need help with the new maps. So what I'll do is, as and when new things are introduced, I will probably focus more on that stuff like I'm doing today with this new Mechlab, and I will do all the other maps, but I'm not going to make it a priority simply because most of them are old news to you guys anyway. It was just simply me wanting to be a bit of a completionist with it, so I shall do more as and when I can. I hope this has helped you and not been too waffly. I do try not to waffle too much, and I look forward to doing more stuff, and I look forward to hopefully you guys watching it and enjoying it. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care.